plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you enjoy my videos, if you're looking for laid back planty content like pretty much every day, then definitely hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, especially if you have watched a few videos and you haven't done that yet. So anyway, today we've got some plant chores to do, and I figured I would take you with me and we would kind of just like do a little bit of a, I don't know, follow me along while I do some plant chores. I need to water everything that is up in the greenhouse, and I figured instead of just like speeding through that like I normally do, I would kind of maybe just give you a little mini tour of some of the plants and what's going on in there while we water them, and see what needs to be done. There might be some stuff up there that needs to be repotted and stuff like that, so we're just kind of like gonna go with the flow and see what happens. But before we head up into the greenhouse, I did want to talk to you about a product that I have been using and really enjoying, and I'm very curious to kind of get it into the hands of some other people and see how you guys like it. So you guys know I have worked with a company called Premium Jane in the past. This is a very similar company, except for it's called VitaCap, V-I-D-A. I don't think it's Vita. I think it's VitaCap. Anyway, so they make mushroom related products, and this one is their new shroom gummies. So they sent this to me to try and to talk to you guys about, and I literally just kept on forgetting. I already consumed all of them. And I have told some of you about it in like live streams and stuff like that, but these are medicinal mushrooms, but this is made from Amanita muscaria, which are those little cute red mushrooms with the white spots. And there's a really common misconception that those are poisonous or psychedelic for some sort of like reason. So these ones are actually not. They're not at all. They have no psilocybin in them. So they are completely legal and completely safe, made in the US. So these are 500 milligram gummies. Definitely, if you try them, do your research, check out the website. Obviously, I'm going to leave it linked down below for you guys, and I have a discount code if you want to try this. So for me, I'm a big fan because with my chronic health issues, my ADHD, all the things I got going on up in here, these sort of things really help me relax and be able to focus on what I am actually doing, because I'm able to like kind of come down to a place that is normal. So obviously I was very excited to try this, and I am very interested to see how you guys like it if you want to try it. So it is definitely more of like a body thing. It doesn't make you feel drowsy. It doesn't make you feel anything like in your head. It is non-psychoactive, all of that good stuff. Non-psychedelic. Like, this is just meant to make you feel good and help you relax after a long day maybe. So I'd be interested in how this impacts people with chronic pain and things along those lines, people who have a hard time sleeping. I've had experience with the few people that have tried this, sleeping better. It doesn't make you drowsy, it just helps you sleep better. And David didn't have nightmares, and somebody else in my life who has night terrors did not have night terrors when taking these. So if you have a hard time with things like that, this is definitely something to consider. I encourage you to go and look at their website and read more about these to see if it is something that can work for you. They also have lots of other mushroom related products on their website, and I highly recommend checking checking it out. I was definitely not mad about it. So like I said, I'll leave everything linked down below for you guys. Discount code, links to everything, all of that. If you do try these, please come back and let me know how you felt about it. Reach out to me in my DMs on Instagram. I'm very, very curious from like a holistic health and wellness perspective, because that is what I do. In case you didn't know, houseplants were just like a hobby that kind of took over my life, but I do have my degree in complementary and alternative medicine, and I am hoping to get myself organized enough to start my coaching business at some point, but before this year is over or by the beginning of next year. And I would be curious to know if this is a product that I can actually like recommend to future clients. So help me out. Let me know if you like these, because David and I really enjoyed them, and I'd be curious to know how they affect you. So that is my little spiel. Not sponsored, by the way. Literally just sent these to me to try and asked me to give my honest review and share them with you guys. So I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. I think this is a really exciting step forward in the right direction to using more medicinal plants and having it be normalized in our society. So anyway, that is it. Let's go up into the greenhouse and see what's going on with these plants, because I definitely put off watering them a few days longer than I normally would. So hopefully everything's okay. Whew, okay, so this is what we have. I had to move this out of the way with my philodendron esmeraldens on here with its new leaf, and my 69686 cuttings. One of them looks like it's gonna lose its leaf. I've got a ton of like just a mess here. This is where I'm going to be putting my new cabinet, by the way. A couple people asked where it was gonna go. So this is like where I plan on putting the new Millsbow wide is gonna go here, so that I can take some of these Hoya and like actually finally repot them. A lot of them are repotted and doing okay when they're not being neglected. And just like moving things around. I've got a ton up here. A lot needs to be repotted again and cleaned out. I will be keeping like my sun-stressed Hoya here, obviously, because they're getting really good light right here. Also, Meridithii apparently bloomed already and I missed it, but it's got a second one. Hasn't put out any leaves, but it's blooming. And then also this one has a peduncle, which is the Hoya carnosa Stardust. It was an import a while ago, so not mad about that. Definitely need to show these some love. Pretty sure this Hushkliana is dead. What do you think? But I do finally have a little trash can here. So there's that. I have my water. Oop, that's fine. In here today. I need like a GoPro that I can put on my body or something so that I have both my hands. In here today I have some silica, I have some kelp fertilizer, and I have a little bit of probiotic for the health of my soil, healthy microbes. Get this turkey a pump. I gotta repot a lot of these Hoya too. And this is what I do to water. So we've got this variegated anthurium over here. This one wasn't an import. That was actually like a surprise gift with my import. I should probably pot it up so it's not getting so dry. The moss gets so dry so fast. But we're gonna try to fix that today. And I know it's a mess in here. Like, it's not fun for me. I definitely need to get things organized. I'm watering my Philodendron domesticum variegated Got a Panati Partita back here. Needs a little bit of love. What else? Ring of Fire. This Philodendron Billy is here. Needs a pole and a repot. So much needs to be repotted, you guys. It's insane. I think we're just gonna start doing like weekly repot with me videos. This is the butt cut of my Jose. Just giving me some new leaves, and this is the top cut next to it here. I don't typically use this for my larger plants. The sprayer, I usually use the watering can for the larger plants. I'm just trying to give them a little bit of nutrients. And yeah, there's a lot of Hoya stuff going on over here. Some of them aren't doing great, others are doing really great. We have some that are just like growing out of control, like this Vitellinioides, and others that are just kaputs, like this Mirabilis that I just left in moss for too long. So get rid of that. Yeah, this Potsii, not this, this is a Latifolia. Potsii Splash is doing pretty well. My Eupii is doing really well right here too, but it's still in moss, so that needs to be repotted as well. Pink Princess is in need of some, oh, she's got mealybugs all over her. We got to clean her up and give her a chop because she's off the pole, and she's given me, she gave me such beautiful leaves, and then she was just like, nah. And girl, this is why people don't like you. Okay, and you're giving me wonky leaves again. What the hell is your issue? Maybe she's not happy that I moved her over here, but a lot of her bottom leaves died off too, so she just, like, she needs the big chop and to be started over. Bernardo, for some reason, all of his leaves did this. The new ones are coming in completely fine though. So I guess he didn't like his repot, or I left the soil wet for too long when I watered it, and it lost all of its bottom leaves. So basically repotting it was completely pointless, because now I'm probably just gonna chop it back. I can leave it as a butt cut in this pot, but I'm probably gonna like just restart it. And then my Tycon has a new leaf that also needs to be repotted. Esqueleto hasn't done anything since we chopped it. I cut it right there because the vine was growing all the way back here. Oof, what the hell happened to you? That's not good. There's a lot that needs to be done, like pretty much always in here. But hey, look, my Jerry Horn is doing really well. So is my Adabap Poense, minus all this sappy stuff on it. My Summer Glory is also putting out some new growth. The Jungle Boogie put out this beautiful new leaf. And of course my Monstera Albo with those mid-rib fennies. Oh, you guys, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I turned down the light in here, and now the leaves are just like facing opposite ways. I am getting some browning here, which is concerning, and that is also why I'm using the silica when I water. Thankfully this leaf is perfect and pristine and gorgeous, and I haven't had it happen on any of the others. That part was just like a really big chunk of white, so we're hoping that the silica is going to help stop that from happening. Yeah, I don't really know what else is going on in here, but I am going to water these Hoya. This is the Latifolia Snow Queen, Macrophylla, not sure. Don't remember what this one is either. This one looks like it's seen better days, but it's probably dead, but we're gonna water it anyway. I've got my Philodendron Painted Lady. It's a little baby, a couple babies potted all up together. My Jewel Orchid is gorgeous. I pretty regularly cut her back, and she is looking absolutely stunning. Do you see this thing? What are you? Philodendron melanochrysum? Sad. Really sad. But this Jose Bono back here is doing well. Not that you can really see it. Also another just like little baby. Couple of babies potted up. Dinner plate latifolia. Everything in here desperately needs to be reorganized. My goal is to get everything into these plastic tubs too. And out of like individual pots, just because it's so much easier to manage. This is my white knight that I potted up with you guys. Do you see that new leaf coming in right here? So much white. So much white on that. So I'm gonna give this a nice water. We still have my mite sachets out, but or sachets, whatever you're supposed to call them. But I do need to replace them. It's been a while. So I don't think there's really any left. We've got Jerry Horn here. I'm just giving these a sippy sip on account of the nutrients being in here. I am gonna go back over with a little bit more water. I do have this self-watering system set up, but I just don't really use it. So there's that. Summer Glory. A cute little jungle boogie here. I'm sorry, I'm blocking the light with my head and you can't even see. So yeah, my Dean McDowell is doing really well. I just put out this new leaf. It's gonna need to be repotted because it's growing out of the pot. My species Columbia is doing well. This is the oldest leaf on the McDowell, so I'm not worried about that yellowing. My Standalea aurea is like actually pumping out some nice leaves for once too. This thing gives me nothing but runners that I'm constantly chopping back. It's literally going all the way back to my Syndapsis Silver Lady, who's growing like crazy and needs to be propagated as well because she's got a leaf all the way at the top there. You see how sad the old vines are on the jewel orchid, and then the new ones look so nice, which is why I chop that one back pretty regularly, because it does just look a lot better when it's new growth and bushy like that. So want to get some of these nutrients into got stuck. Okay. Get these nutrients into my elbow. That's for sure. Absolutely obsessed with this thing. Just need to get its leaves all pointed the same direction again, because these ones are going towards the window and these ones are going towards the grow light. So just gonna give it a little bit so that it gets the silica and all the nutrients and everything in there. The aerial roots are insane on this plant too. They go all the way like back and around. They're like in the tub. There's one down here. It's insanity. But we've got the Hoya Daikie down here. This one that I forget, Wilbur Graves, no, AH something from China. I don't know what this one is off. They're all labeled. I just don't always know them when I look at them. This one says IML with a bunch of numbers. This is a Fitchii, but it's very different than the smaller leaf, like the one that I have. This one's thinner. It's weird. This one back here is some sort of RHP that you can't really see. Like, these are just all kind of cramped in here, and I really would love to move these trays to the Millsbow wide that I'm planning on getting soon, so definitely stay tuned for a trip to IKEA. Potsy Splash here. This one lost a couple of leaves, but hopefully there's still one viable one here. I don't know what happened with that. Sat in water for too long, maybe. but we're gonna water it because there's still a good leaf on it. Oh, there goes latifolia. That's fine. Parviflora Splash, really, really cute variety. We've got a wide leaf Calistophylla. It looks different than my regular Calistophylla, so not really sure exactly. I don't know what this one is. Dr. Ebach, maybe? Not sure. Can't see it. It's really hard to do this with one hand. But those are the only ones that we've repotted so far, and I still need to repot all of these. So we've got 3 more trays worth of Hoya that need to be repotted. Don't mind my turkey noises. But we do have the latifolia here. We've got some Jennifer. This is the Coaching Island from Urban Leaf Shop that magically hasn't died. Kanya Kumariana, also from Urban Leaf Shop, that has magically survived. One of few. Regular Potsii back here. Just the regular green one as opposed to this gorgeous splashy one. We've got some Ovovata back there. This Vitellinioides. What else? Oh, this is the variegated African violet that needs to be repotted because this came off of the same mother plant as my grandma's, and if you haven't seen my grandma's, I posted it, is freaking gorgeous. So this one hasn't been getting enough light apparently, so I'm gonna actually take this out. We are gonna repot this together today, and I'm gonna put it right in a west facing window and pray that it gets as gorgeous as my grandma's, because then I'm gonna regret. I gave it to her when it was small like this too, and hers is huge. So there's definitely something to be said about giving those bright light. So I'm gonna leave you guys here for now because we are gonna do some repotting. I want to repot this Esmeraldens as well. So I'll see you in a little bit to do that once I'm done watering everything. I have like all of my jugs of water and my watering can, which still isn't enough, but I do need to refill this humidifier as well. One of my favorites. It's been holding up really well for me, and it fits a ton of water, so I can leave that linked on Amazon. If I forget, just remind me if it's something you wanted to check out. Oh, we didn't see what was over here. My Tordum is doing well. My Wend Imbe is just putting out a bunch of like white leaves, which is problematic, but that's fine. La Clariana variegated, and then my philodendron bicolor is looking gorge with this new leaf. So there's definitely some stuff going on. My dubia needs to be chopped and propped because it's sad, very, very sad. So okay, now that you've pretty much seen most of what's happening in here, this is my strawberry shake, let's go repot some stuff. Okay, so we're sitting on the kitchen table now because we're gonna do a little bit of a repot on this philodendron Esmeraldens and this little adorable, supposed to be variegated African violet, but it's not very variegated. And I do still have these products here from Urban Gardener, so I think I'll be spraying down these plants today with Say No to Bugs, and maybe giving them a nice little clean before I do that with the leaf radiance. I'll leave these linked down below for you guys if you want to check them out. I am still testing them out. I did spray this on everything in my Hoya cabinet, and it's been a few days and everything is fine. It didn't like do any harm to anything, so I like that it's really easy to just get in there and just spray everything. So like it's kind of just like a quick lazy girl bug maintenance tool. So I'm definitely gonna be using more of those products today. I have my mat here, my repotting mat from Mats by Cat. I will also leave this link down below for you guys. I have a discount code if you want to check her out. This is the Mermazing, and it is pretty amazing. iridescent, kind of dirty because I did not clean it the last time I used it apparently. But that is what we're gonna do today. So you guys already know what I use soil wise, so I'll spare you going through that process. Okay, I got my soil all mixed up here. And of course I didn't bring over a pot for either one of these. Okay, so here is my soil mix. I do have a couple of pot options for the African violet. I don't know if I want to put it in terracotta, but it's probably going to be really cute in there. Just like really thirsty. I'll have to leave it. It's got 2 plants in here. I'll have to leave it somewhere where I can water it regularly because I feel like this one's too big. And I don't really want to put it in one of these because then I'm going to need to find a catch pot for it. So I'm not exactly sure, but I am going to be using this one for the philodendron esmeraldens. Okay. So I've been trying to find the right pot, and I think that I'm going to put it in here and take this very sad variegated bear pot out of here since it's like half dead, and just put it in something smaller. So that is what I'm going to do because this one does have a drainage hole, so I can just pot it directly in here. This isn't really bad soil either, it's just my more succulent soil mix, which like is fine for an African violet. I know a lot of people struggle with African violet, but I honestly just leave mine in a bright window and I water it like just once a week, like with the rest of my plants. So just gonna like repot this into here really quick. And hope that it survives. Because clearly I'm very bad at keeping this plant happy. I've killed it a few times. I'm very determined to like have it in my collection because it's really stinking cute, but I suck at it. So but that does free up this pot so that we can put this in it because I think it's gonna look really cute, and then I can flop it right back in the window actually where this one was. So I get these sad dead leaves off of here. Oh my gosh, there's like 3 babies in here. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna kind of leave the roof all as it is. So like not a lot of roots on these at all, but oh my gosh, there's like 4 babies in here. She must have just like propagated it from some leaves. Well, hopefully it'll be happy in here. I did this exact same thing with my grandma's, and hers is like literally thriving, so let's just hope that we can get mine to look like hers. Also, I'm gonna try and take hers back. I'm just kidding. I had 2 of them. My friend Karen gave them to me a while back and was like, you know, give one to your mom. But I knew that my grandma would like it even more than my mom because she has a bunch of African violets, and I knew that she'd be able to like keep them happy, as opposed to my mom, who she's good at plant keeping, but certain plants that maybe are a little bit more needy, she's not always great with. Like, it kind of depends. So I didn't really want to take the risk of giving her like a brand new plant that she's never had before, if you know what I mean. So I can always give her some cuttings or something off of mine, or now I'm gonna have to say cuttings off of my grandma's if this one doesn't give me that variegation that hers has. So I think this is gonna be really stinking cute in here, and hopefully it just like explodes with pink. That's the goal. I'm gonna give it a nice thorough watering, and then we are gonna spray it down with the Say No to Bug spray from Urban Gardener. I'll leave that again linked down below with the discount code for you, so that you can check it out if you want to. I've been enjoying their stuff. So next we have the Esmeraldance. Not that you can see it, it is working on a new leaf, so I'm going to be very, very gentle. But I don't want it in this just like stupid plasticky thing anymore. So I do want to get it into something a little better, and this is literally going to be just the right size. I could technically just like leave this root ball alone, but I am going to give it just like gentle little squeezes to kind of just like let whatever wants to naturally fall away. But this mix is actually not different from what I'm using here for the most part. It just has like some slow release fertilizer in it. Crash is utilizing his scratching post. I have so many for him all over the place because he really loves them, and it really does help him stay away from the furniture if he has access to scratching posts. Not that anybody asked. So I'm just gonna put some of this in the bottom here. I love these pots from Amazon. They're kind of hard to come by though. They're not always in stock. I can try and link them for you. This is hard to do. Making a mess even with my mat. And try and get it down in the sides. I'm gonna have to mix a little bit more. And as I water it, it'll like settle down into any open spaces. You don't want to like get soil down in there though. Make sure there's no like big gaps. So we want it to be aerated, but we don't want it to be that aerated that, you know, because everything, the water just runs right through. This kind of just helps get everything down in there. I'm definitely going to give it a nice good soak just to kind of help everything settle. And that is the Philodendron Esmeraldance. Hopefully it's going to thrive in here. I'm going to give it a nice clean with you guys in a minute and spray it down. And then I think we can call it a successful day of plant chores. What do you think? Okay, so I'm gonna start with this Leaf Radiance spray on the Esmeraldents. I'm gonna spray it on. And this stuff is all natural, by the way, if you missed my last video, which means it's totally safe for your home and for your pets and your kids and all of that stuff. Don't mind my pajama pants, by the way. I'm always cozy from the waist down. You guys just don't see it usually. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second, and then I'm gonna take my microfiber cloth and give them a nice polish. Okay, so now that we've cleaned the leaves, I'm gonna go in with the Say No to Bugs spray. Again, this is all natural, and it is supposed to repel flies and gnats and eliminate spider mites and fight fungus gnats. So there are no pests on this plant, so this is just a preventive measure. It's got neem oil, Castille soap, geranium oil, cedar oil, clove oil, lemongrass oil, peppermint oil, thyme oil, and black pepper oil. So it is all natural, and it's supposed to just repel bugs from even wanting to bite the leaves in the first place. So I wouldn't use it on an active infestation, but I think this is a really great preventive that is already mixed for you. Comes in this spray bottle. It's pretty stinking cute too. And we're just gonna give these leaves a nice gentle mist. We don't need too much, just enough to cover everything. We're gonna spray down the stems and the leaves, and this you can leave on. Don't put it back in direct light until it's dry, because you don't want to risk burning the leaves. You should never put like a plant that's wet in the sun. Even just water in really, really direct light can burn your leaves. So I am going to spray this new leaf down and the stem. We're going to do like the top of the soil and everything as well. And I feel okay spraying this around my kitchen because it's just a bunch of oils that I use a lot in my space already. So I am going to spray down this little African violet as well. Very important to make sure you're not leaving. I'm going to shake it off because I don't want water droplets sitting on these leaves. It will damage the leaves. And I've got my other mat by Cat here. This is the black one with the glitter. So this is my larger one. So you've got options if you want to go and check that out. I use this one, or I'm using this one right now as just somewhere to put my plants while they drain. That is it for this video. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and for getting some plant chores and watering and things done with me today. Let me know if you got any plant chores done today as well. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me, you should give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There's a join button down there if you want to be part of the official plant fam. Get yourself some perky perks. If not, there is a super thanks button if you want to super thanks me. Everything is appreciated. Definitely don't forget to go to the description box if you want to see all of the soil products that I use, and as well as the comment section. I'll have it pinned to the top with all of, I'll try to remember all the links I said I was going to put there. If I forget one, just remind me and I'll add it. So that is it for this video. Definitely, oh, don't forget to go check out VitaCap. Very curious if you guys do try those mushroom gummies. Let me know how you like them. So that is it for this video. I love you guys so very much. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world, and don't forget to spread kindness. I love you again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.